So where do we start with actually implementing the sign language? I'm going to talk about just 5 of the most, what I feel are the most functional signs, the easiest to use, and the easiest to implement in your everyday life. So I think that's the most important. I think it's really, really crucial not to feel overwhelmed by the amount of words or signs that you're trying to teach your child. So we're just going to start with 5, and they're going to be functional, because that is the most important way to start, is with the functional communication to get their wants and needs met. So you've seen me do more already. They're going to do more, bringing their hands together. Now, kids might not do this perfectly, and that's okay. I have kids that do this, they do this, they do this, they do some variation of more. And it's okay. They don't have to be perfect and precise as this, as long as they are consistent. So that is what is the most important part about sign, is that they are giving you a sign that is consistent with what they want. It's just like speech. When we want more of something, we don't say a different word for that, do we? So again, it's the same with sign. We want it to be consistent. Every time that they want more of something, they're using the same sign. So as long as they're using their same approximation for it, that's great. So it's going to be the same with all signs. I've had families come to me with, this is the way that he says he wants more of something. Great, works for me, because again, we're not teaching them to be proficient in ASL. We're teaching them a basis for communication, to give them an opportunity to communicate. So more. And then another one I use is please. I use please for a lot of things. I use it when they're making a choice. I use it when they need help with something, because help is this, and it's very hard for their little hands to do. So I use please for help a lot, again, just because it's easier and it's consistent with what they need. They need something. Please, please, I want it. I need help. I use it one and the same, because a lot of times, again, I just feel like it's easier and the children understand it more. So more, please, all done. When they're all done with something, that's a good transition word to teach. So you're playing, they're getting really upset. They don't want to do it anymore, but they can't tell you that. So you hand over hand, all done, to show them to communicate with you when they're all done with something. It's great to use during eating or feeding time as well. The next one I use is open. Open, so you're opening a book. This is great when they want something that's closed and they can't quite get to it. Sometimes it goes along with please. You can use please or open. Don't be picky, as long as they're using something. But the open is good if they want to open bubbles or open a box that all their toys are in, or whatever it is. The next one, but it's technically 2 because it's during feeding time, are eat and drink. So I'm sorry, I'm technically teaching you 6, but eat is just bringing your hand almost from like the more, bringing it up to your mouth, eat. And then drink is just, you're drinking a cup, so drink. A lot of kids for drink will not do this. They will do this, because this is milk. So if you are teaching your child that's 6 to 8 months, maybe even almost a year, and they're still, drinking bottles of milk, that's great to use for drink, because that is their liquid that they're having. So this is milk, and that's a really good one, again, to use instead of just drink. That can be used for a lot of things. So those are the basics for the sign. And again, I teach only a few at first, because I think it's really important to have that basis and that foundation for sign before we start implementing everything else. So if your child really quickly gets those signs, then we can start using some more specific signs. So if they're getting that drink, then we can start teaching them to choose. Do you want milk or water? But again, that's later, after they have that already ingrained how to use the sign. So again, this is just really teaching them what sign is and how to use it.